Restaking, guys, this is literally an exciting moment. Yes, because this narrative here will change from one side the destiny of Ethereum. Expect to see Ethereum performing well into the next future. I can tell if it's something that will happen today or in the next 6 months, but what we know is that restaking is changing in a way, or at least could have the power to change Ethereum like never before. And on the other side, yes, it's pumping the APR, but also this is the moment when many new projects are launching, following this narrative and creating services on top of this reality. Yes, because risk-taking, it is a reality right now. And all of these projects will distribute many airdrops. We are talking about literally hundreds of millions or even more than 1 billion that will be distributed to all of us users that we are using these platforms. I will explain to you into this video is what is restaking, just a brief overview. I don't want to get you bored about this thing, just the most important things. On the other side, which are the projects that you have to follow and which is the strategy that you have to apply if you want to qualify for these airdrops. Before to start, guys, let me say this channel is about educational content. Nothing has to be intended as financial advice. And if you want to know more about this topic, do your own research. But also on the other side, follow us on Twitter and our weekly newsletter, because yes, I don't know if you have been following that, but in the last couple of weeks, we have released several different guides in order to be qualified for many airdrops. So don't miss that, because this is an exciting moment with so many airdrops that will be released in the next future. So let's start immediately. Restaking. All of us are knowing what is already the staking feature on Ethereum. Simply means bringing your Ethereum on the network in order to secure the network and participate to the validation system and receiving and exchange rewards. Well, there is a step forward. And what EigenLayer thought is that, okay, guys, we have a problem because many projects, they want to launch maybe on the Ethereum ecosystem, but the problem is that, for example, if you want to launch an Oracle, you need some kind of security system in order to validate transactions and data. And what they thought is, well, if we create a tool that is enabling these projects to use the security on Ethereum, instead of having to build their own network, we can create an economy of scale. I mean, we can save them money, and on the other side, creating a new opportunity to earn more for the Ethereum stakers. So basically, it means that instead of having your Ethereum that are participating just to the security of the Ethereum blockchain, the same amount of Ethereum will be also used to secure other applications on top of the Ethereum ecosystem. If from one side, this is something that is amazing because it's literally growing exponentially our rewards. If until a couple of months ago, we were just earning about 3-4% on our Ethereum, right now we can earn up to 20-30%. This is something that is a reality even right now. If you go on Pendle Finance and you use your restaked tokens, you can easily earn up to 35% on your Ethereum. That's a lot, guys. It means that if you had one Ethereum at the end of the year, you would have 1.3. That's a lot, really a lot. Obviously, there is the counter side of this story. And it is the fact that in a certain way, all of the system is creating leverage. And obviously, as we all know, in the moment when you are using the leverage, you are also increasing the level of risk. Imagine what could happen if, for any reason, a validator node is not behaving correctly and some slashing is happening on your restaked Ethereum. The problem is that the same amount of Ethereum is also used for securing the mainnet on Ethereum. So as you can understand, some kind of short circuit where some kind of problem could literally put pressure on the overall system. Is it that probable? Well, the reality is that it's not so probable. Unfortunately, we still don't know what can happen if anything goes wrong into this kind of flow. So what I want to say is that risk-taking, it's a game changer like never before for Ethereum, mainly because it's pumping the level of rewards that you can earn passively from your Ethereum, 35%, that's really, literally a lot. If we compare that with the United States bonds, it means like 5, 7 times more. That's a lot. Obviously, it's not 100% secure. And that's something that we need to stress test into the next future. So embrace that kind of opportunity. Obviously, don't be fooled. Don't think that it's 100%. So don't pin, but try, test it out a different strategy. What we'll do now is checking out which are the projects that are working into this space and why they are offering some kind of opportunity in order to get an airdrop and also more APR. Okay, let's discover that together. If we talk about restaking, the first project you have to know is EigenLayer. This is literally the base, the starting point for this whole narrative. EigenLayer is the one who is enabling restaking. Just to give you an idea, as you can see, they raised this year around 64 million. That's pretty a lot. To be fair, it's not just this year, but in the last, we can say 18 months. So it's pretty recent anyway. So we are talking about literally a lot of money, and EigenLayer 2 will have an airdrop soon. Just to give you an idea on how much money, how much Ethereum has been able so far EigenLayer to attract, it's about 5 billion. That's literally a lot. Just to have a benchmark and understand what does it mean having 5 billion locked on EigenLayer. Means something like the 2% of the fully diluted valuation of Ethereum, because right now we have around 291 billion. Having 5 billion locked just for restaking, that's pretty a lot. And as you can see, this trend is literally exploding, mainly because in the last couple of days we have seen EigenLayer finally saying, guys, we are opening up, there is no limit anymore, you can restake as much Ethereum as you want. This means two main things. First of all, it means that we are getting closer to the airdrop. Yes, that's the reality, because as I was saying you, EigenLayer is releasing soon an airdrop, rewarding all the people that are using the platform. If you're wondering how it works, that's pretty easy. You can use EigenLayer restaking, earning points. You can even sell them into the secondary market. If you want to know more about that, I will do another video, or just ask me into the comment section below. So EigenLayer is the base. On top of it, new protocols are coming out. Do you remember when into the previous bull run we had the liquid staking and was just like a revolution, because finally we could have something that is enabling us to be liquid even if we are staking. We are not anymore locked into that position, but we can sell any moment soon without having to unstake our tokens. The same is happening for restaking. So you can restake, but instead of having your tokens locked over there, you have to withdraw and so on. You can have in exchange the liquid staking tokens that is enabling you from one side. If you want to sell it on the secondary market, that's super fine. But on top of that, you can even use it into some DeFi ecosystem. Don't be surprised if in the next future we will see liquid staking tokens that will be used as a collateral in order to take a loan. So that's pretty interesting. It's making more juicy the opportunity to use these kind of protocols. I want to start with EtherFi. EtherFi is peculiar because with a single action, it is enabling you to have a native stake and restake token directly from the interface of EtherFi. They raised already 5.3 million just around 1 year ago. And this is their tool. As you can see, you can simply take your Ethereum and transform them into ETH. ETH is a native restaked token. So what they did is staking it and after that restaking. But you have just to do a single action. Once you have done that, you can go to portfolio, and here you can find different other opportunities to make your ETH work for you. So literally you can boost your points on EtherFi. Yes, because EtherFi will give you also another airdrop, as you can see here. EtherFi loyalty points. These are the points that at the end of the story will be transformed into a token, or at least that's what we expect. There is something even better. As you can see, for the next still 48 hours around, this protocol will give you a boost, so additional points of EtherFi, and on the other side also for EigenLayer. As you can see here are the points that you are earning for each ETH that you are staking. Just to give you an idea, one ETH is giving you 1 point of EigenLayer per hour. So pretty interesting. And you can boost even more if you stake, if you use your ETH on Pendle Finance. If you want to know more, just let me know. Maybe I can do a dedicated video on top of that. And I want to add another thing, guys. If you want to take action, do it now, because this is the moment until the next couple of days when we are having boosted rewards. So you can earn double of your rewards, or even more according to which protocol you are using. My suggestion is use as many as you can. Split your rewards, because at the end of the story, we don't know which of them will be the one who will receive the highest FTV and will give the best airdrop. I'm sharing with you each time also how much money that project earned, because obviously this is an indication. Usually highest is the amount that they have raised, higher will be also the valuation. Nothing for granted, but that's some kind of system that we can have in order to evaluate that. Obviously, on the other side, we don't know how much of their tokens they will allocate for the airdrop. So that's another question that we have, and we don't have to undervalue that. That's the reason why I rather go for many of them. I'm using EtherFi, I'm using Swell, I'm using KelpDao, and all the others that I'm showing you. Obviously, I'm not maximizing the return on investment on each of them, but I rather prefer to diversify in order to cover different airdrops. All of these projects are, from one side, enabling you to farm their airdrop, and on the other side, all of them are enabling you also to farm the big boy into the room that is the EigenLayer. So in the moment when you are farming on Swell, EtherFi, Kelp, or whatever, we are also farming EigenLayer. So going to the next one, it is Swell Protocol, Swell Network. They raised 3.75, and also them, if for the next 1 day 6 hours, they have a boosted reward. If you stake 1 ETH, you will receive 60 purse. That is the kind of currency that they use in order to reward people. If you go to Voyage, you will find also all the information about how to earn more Pearl, and about if you want to also invite other people. Going on, KelpDao. KelpDao is a pretty interesting liquid staking protocol. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find any information about their fundraising process. If you know something about that, feel free to let me know into the comment section below. I'm pretty curious to know what they are doing and if there is any fundraising activity by them. They work pretty much in the same way of the others. So what you can do is simply choosing an asset. As you can see, if when it comes to EtherFi, we could use directly your Ethereum. When it comes to KelpDao, you have to choose which liquid staking token to use. So basically what you have is to stake, for example, in this case, on Pendle Finance, receiving ST ETH, or you can simply buy from the market, up to you as you want. And after that, you can restake directly through KelpDao. In that moment, you will receive miles, because the mile is the kind of point that they are using to reward people. And the mile will be transformed into the airdrop of KelpDao. And at the same time, you're also farming the points for EigenLayer. Going on, Pendle Finance, they raise around 5.5 million. There is also another round that should come this month, or the previous one is still not, it hasn't been released. They have been able to attract really a lot of capital. If you want to join, aside that, I will share all the links into the description below, also into the comment section. If you want to use my referral, I will be more than happy. That's just also a small help if you want to sustain me into this journey. What you have to do on Pendle Finance, join the quest. Differently from other protocol, in this case, what I will ask you is also to connect your Twitter account. I guess this is just something in order to avoid people to just using bots in order to farm this token, because also, as always, Pendle Finance will have its own token. Nothing too complicated, but just to let you know that you have to connect also Twitter account. Aside from that, it works exactly in a similar way to KelpDao. You have to use a liquid staking token and restake it through the interface of Puffer. Renzo is a pretty new protocol. As you can see here, they raised 3.2 million just this month, so in January. Round valuation was just 25 million. That's pretty interesting from one side because it means that their valuation is not so high. They have given away something like 12% of their tokenomics. And on the other side, it means that the fully diluted valuation at the moment of the launch could be something around 100 million, 200 million. I don't know. That's something we have to discover it soon. How it works? Well, this is the interface. As you can see, you can start in this case directly from Ethereum. That's something that's pretty useful if you don't want to use Later Finance or WBETH, that is the one from Binance. Feel free to use whichever token you have maybe already in your portfolio, and the system is pretty always the same. You stake your token using, or better, you restake your token using any of these protocols. You will receive in exchange, as you can see in this case, you will receive easy ETH, that is the liquid derivative that is produced by Renzo Protocol. So a good way to have something else. Maybe in the next future, in the next couple of weeks, we can see all of these liquid tokens used also in other protocols. So I will keep you posted, but if you know any other protocol is already enabling you to use them, aside of Pendle Finance, that is the main one that is enabling you to earn also item liquidity and so on, feel free to share it into the comment section below. Going to a pretty new protocol that is called Inception Liquid Restaking Token, LRT.com. That's the website. I have to admit, the interface is also pretty cool. As you can see, they are supporting many different liquid staking tokens. That's their main peculiarity. But aside from that, there is nothing different from what we have seen. I haven't been able to find any information about their fundraising process, but I'm pretty curious to know if you know more about that. If you want to use the platform, as always, just come here, go on restake, and as you can see, you can use any of these liquid staking derivatives and just depositing them into the platform. And this is the APR that you will start earning. On top of that, check it out on Pendle Finance, because for example, I want to just show you from here, from EtherFi. If you click here on Pendle Finance, you will be redirected to this page where, as you can see, you can earn up in this moment is about 24.55, but until a couple of days ago was about 35. And if you go into the different pools, you will find different opportunities. As you can see, do you remember Renzo? Renzo right now is giving you 33%. Kelp is giving you around 23%, and so on. You can check it out. I will also leave this link into the description below. Moving to the last project regarding restaking, liquid restaking, I want to talk about StaderLabs. StaderLabs is an OG guy, is someone that is coming from the previous bull run. They had a pretty decent, pretty successful liquid staking protocol, and right now they are embracing liquid restaking. As you can see, they raised pretty much. They raised already 43 million. That's pretty a lot of money, even if it happened into the past. Round valuation was about 675 million, and that's a pretty interesting number because if you check the price and the market cap of this project, you will see that the fully diluted valuation in this moment is just about 100 million, 162 million around. And if we check the price in the last year, you can see that even if all of this narrative about restaking was coming, the reality is that it didn't move much the price of Stader. In the last year, we are still down by around 20% or something like that. I'm sharing these numbers for the simple reason that it can give you also an idea on which could be the valuation for all the other projects. Honestly speaking, I expect that the other projects will launch at a fully diluted valuation higher than what we are seeing right now on StaderLabs. And maybe this could be also the trigger for the price of Stader to start growing, because so far we haven't seen much in terms of price. If you're wondering how StaderLabs works, remember, also in this case, they have a boost that is happening right now, and it will last until tomorrow, basically tomorrow evening, and they are boosting, giving more tokens, more points of EigenLayer compared to what you will have normally. I still don't know what will happen after the 10th of February. Maybe the projects will start releasing new incentives, maybe something will change. It doesn't matter. The reality is that as long as all of these projects are not saying, okay, guys, this is the moment, from this moment on, we are not giving away any more points, well, in that moment, we will have to change our strategy. But waiting for that moment, this is the best time to use your Ethereum to start farming all of these projects. Use them as many as you can in order to diversify your risk, and at the same time to be exposed to the possible airdrop of different protocols. StaderLabs basically works as all the other projects. As you can see, they are supporting also other things because they were working also as a liquid staking protocol. So what you can do is simply using your liquid staking derivative, restaking it through StaderLab, and you will start earning rewards. As you can see, there is no much difference between one protocol and the other one. They are all of them mostly the same, but it's too early to say which will be the winner. Honestly, I really like EtherFi, but that's something just my taste. It doesn't mean that it will be the most successful. We have seen also from this small recap here that yes, EtherFinance is the one who has the highest TVL, but there are many other players that could raise and receive and earn and have a pretty good run. It's again, guys, too early. Don't rush anything. Don't take any kind of conclusion, because right now this is just the moment to explore, to test, to farm, and the moment to decide which will be the one who can perform better into the next bull run. Well, there will be time for that, but this is not the time. Guys, don't forget to leave us a big thumbs up. Drop a comment to the comment section. That's the best way that you have to support us. Let me know if you want to know more about any of this protocol, and I will be more than happy to dig into the matter. See you soon, guys.